was Gavaskar, the real master. Just like a wall, we couldn't know Gavaskar at all. Not at all. You know the West Indies couldn't know Gavaskar at all.
You remember the episode number this time? Correctly?
57.
Good job.
You know why I remember the episode number correctly this time?
Because you got it wrong last time?
No, because I have alcohol in my hand. Some might say.
Sure.
Are we also going to do that thing where we try to squeeze as many Oasis references as we can?
We can. They did just perform what? Manchester and have
Well,
they
the
done
Cardiff
London
and
also?
Manchester. No, they've done
Cardiff.
Cardiff and then 4 in Manchester.
Okay,
big-
let's try getting in.
Yeah,
Let's try
whatever.
getting in as many references as we can.
Whatever. I just got one in just like while we're watching this. Um. Anyway, since we've got to roll with it, let's kickstart. This is episode 57. Welcome to the No Balls Cricket podcast. My name is Siddhant Pradhan. That is Aditya Devrat. Yeah.
And yeah, that's it.
And hello.
Yes. We did not go away anywhere, even though just as Oasis told us to. In the meantime, we had 2 tests between India and England.
We didn't. No. One minute.
tests.
You're not playing the game right. We didn't go away anywhere. We didn't slide away anywhere.
No, there's also the song "Don't Go Away."
Oh, right. Point. Yeah. Okay. I have 2 in 1, I guess. Anyway,
This is going well.
this is going very well. Sorry, carry on.
Anyway, well, just because we had back-to-back tests, we couldn't record between the two, but we've got what 2-3 weeks worth of cricket to round up alongside the actual 2 tests between India and England and everything
Yes,
that's been
we do.
happening around that. Yeah. Where do we start? I think the funniest thing that's happened outside of India cricket, outside of the India-England series, is the whole Vian Mulder situation.
On that very happy note, let's roll into the roundup.
Okay. Yes, sorry, we were supposed to do a formal intro. Yes. Going into the roundup. Yes. So Vian Mulder had a chance to break a record that most people are not sure will ever be broken, which is Brian Lara's 400. And somehow decided he was going to declare on what was it, 365?
I don't understand. What the fuck was he waiting for to break that record, Sally?
He apparently deems himself unworthy of having that record or of topping Brian Lara on any list. I think it's his sort of, this is his way of supposedly respecting the game. Meanwhile, everyone, including Lara himself, has gone and told him, dude, you should have just done it.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, everybody, like, how many times do you get a chance to break Brian Lara's record? To be fair.
And listen, like Zimbabwe bowlers on that flat pitch, like he could have, if he really wanted to, they had plenty of time. He could have scored 500 if he really wanted to.
We also had a
But-
test match to win, to be fair to him. He couldn't have faffed around it like more than that.
I don't know. They finished that test match in like 4 days, I think.
Yeah, to be fair, they did finish the game in 4 days. So yeah, they could have faffed around a bit.
Yeah, he had time to score another 100 runs if he wanted to. Instead, he declared on 367, which also means. See, here's the thing: he didn't want to break Brian Lara's record. That's fine, but like he finished it as 5th highest, so he could have gone past 3 other people.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been really funny if he went past Hayden and then stopped. He was only like what?
This is what I said.
15 runs. It was literally 15 runs more.
And I think as a self-respecting South African, if you pass up the chance to declare right after crossing an Aussie score, you lose a lot of street cred for me.
But I guess Lara's record is that wonder wall that's there, right?
Yeah. Lara's record is just that one. You can't, you don't really want to top that,
Yeah, you don't really want to
apparently.
top.
Here's the thing. If like, I
No,
mean,
because I
if
mean,
like,
think about it.
here's the question. Here's what I'll say. If Karun Nair had more time in that test, do you think he would have stopped?
Oh my God, can we we'll get into Karun Nair in a bit. Fuck's sake. Um, anyway, right. Moving on from that, obviously Zimbabwe got absolutely bollocked all over fucking Bulawayo in that game, and ended up losing
In both games, in
against,
that entire series.
well, in
Yeah.
both games.
Which
Uh, the first
this
game
is
we
like an
covered on the
understrength.
earlier pod. The second game was this
That's
one.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And it's like
uh,
not even the full strength South Africa side, but just pretty much
yeah,
cruised to a
but I
series win.
mean, it is Zimbabwe after all.
Yeah.
It's like,
One interesting thing, I mean, not from that series, but apparently Brendan Taylor's coming back for Zimbabwe.
as a coach,
He's
right?
been on. No, I believe he's going to play. He is available for selection for their next series, which is against New Zealand starting this week. So his ban expires on the 20. It might have just expired yesterday, in fact. So he is now available for selection after his 3.5 year ban for basically for some level of spot fixing, not reporting an approach and all of that. But
So,
he could be back in the squad.
so basically, Zimbabwe have taken a cue out of KG Rawada's book and decided that the best way to bring someone back is someone who does the white line. That's fucking good, man.
That one is a good one.
Anyway, um, you're not playing the game, but anyway,
Yeah, let me just say this. I am trying to play the game, but you are much well versed in like Oasis songs than I am. So you're gonna get more references than I was.
no, fair enough. Anyway, yeah, that's Zimbabwe, South Africa for you. And now we will move on to the next chapter. West Indies fans, don't look back in anger.
I don't think how can West Indies fans not look back in anger? I
It's
suppose
impossible,
the other
right?
thing the other thing you just do is just you look at you look at it in just like sheer humiliation and like it's entertainment at that point.
Um,
I also,
Listen, I
you know,
watched India get
when
bowled
when
out for
when
30. One second,
which
one second, one second, one second, one second. I watched India get bowled out for 36 and 40. At no point were either of those entertainment. Those were both humiliation, especially the one
okay,
against New Zealand. I can accept the
I
Australian
think
one to an extent because we won that series.
yeah, that's true. Even though it was a lower score.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, what the comeback from that was way better. But anyway,
Correct. That's true. I will say, look, we know with Mitch Stark with the pink ball, he's basically supersonic.
that's true.
And
Actually,
that
he
just
is.
and that kind of actually there's a really funny story to come out of that. So apparently they couldn't figure out who should get the match ball because Scotty Boland got a hat trick, but um Mitch Stark
Mitch
got a
got
fifer. So
sick. He got six in the inning.
yeah, yeah,
Six for
exactly. So
nine
like
or
that's
something ridiculous like that, wasn't it?
something. I mean, they only scored 27 runs, so
I
there's
know,
not too
something
many to
like
chase.
six for nine or something like that. No, didn't he like match
Uh,
Michael Clark for the shittest six forever?
did Joe Root not have the shit of six forever, or did he not
No,
get
that was the
six?
shittest five forever. He didn't get six.
So that's Cypher. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, it's that series. Like the West Indies bowlers showed up every single test. The West Indies
Yeah,
bowlers showed up, and the
yeah,
bat
they
let
did.
them down.
Well, the umpiring also let them down a bit.
In the first test, the umpiring let them down for sure. There was that whole thing with the catch that like should not have been given.
There was a
There were
catch, there was an LBW, there was a lot of it.
the
But I mean,
LBW. Yeah, yeah.
to be fair, that fucking umpire thought he was a real rock and roll star, wasn't he?
Uh, anyway.
Anyway,
That West Indies performance is one that will live forever in infamy.
Oh yeah, that'll
And I think
definitely
that
live forever. Fucking hell, that will definitely live forever.
I think I think there's now going to be some crisis meetings between like the West Indies legends to figure out how they can fix their little batting crisis.
Cigarettes and alcohol.
Craig Brathwaite in the middle of all of this played his 100th test. He has one of the lowest averages for anyone who played 100 tests. He's averaging like 32.
I think he has the lowest.
I think he does have the lowest. Yeah.
Yeah. He played. I mean, that was weird. In the midst of all of this, okay, so that's West Indies and Australia. Bangladesh and Sri Lanka played each other in the Nagin Derby. Do you know
Yes.
what I mean?
Bangladesh won the ODI series and no, sorry, won the T20 series, lost the ODI series.
And then half the world away from that, the Indian women played the English women.
And won their first ever T20 series against England. Not just in England, but anywhere in the world, first ever T20 series win. And then, of course, went on to win the first ODI as well, which is this is
Impressive.
it's an England side. Yeah, it's an England side kind of in transition, but then so is India, and they're still like these last.
No, but here's the thing.
performance in this last series has been pretty good.
But here's the thing. There's a lot of people in that English side now that have a lot of experience. Somebody like Sophia Dunkley's been there for a good 5 years. Alice Capsey's played quite a lot of cricket for them. There are people there that should start stepping up. I mean, they're big shoes to fill, obviously. But there are even Tammy Beaumont's been there for fucking forever. So yeah, I mean, it's high time that they also started to really up the ante. You can't always leave it on people like Nat Silverbrandt and Heather Knight, people like that to do the heavy lifting. Somebody else has to do it at some point.
I did mess up by the way. India won the first ODI, England won the second ODI, so that series is currently 1-1. I forgot the second ODI had also happened, but it's from an Indian perspective though, some of these performances have been pretty good. I think that first ODI was the first time India had won with both Smriti Mandana and Harmanpreet Kaur scoring under 30 in an ODI, and possibly since they both started playing. I had seen a stat, like a very obscure stat, which I will try finding if I can. But yeah, just the fact that the rest of the lineup, I mean, the lineup is now that strong that they can weather, under par performances from those two is pretty impressive.
Look, India have proven outside of maybe one bad event that they are probably the second best team in the world. I mean, Australia light years ahead in women's cricket. The gap it's not even small. They had one meltdown in a semi-final against the South Africans and the world blew up. But other than that, I think India probably the most consistent of the rest. So that's the rest, basically.
First win in 7 years, by the way, when both got out for less than 30. Last time it happened was against Sri Lanka in 2018.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, okay, that's the women's series. Is that it from the roundup? Do we have anything else? We missed something.
Let's see.
West Indies. Of course. The shock of the century.
Go on.
I mean, Italy qualified for the T20 World Cup.
Italy?
Yeah.
Italy, which has yet to qualify for the Football World Cup in 2026, has qualified for the Cricket World Cup, T20 World Cup. Yeah. This is all this just goes to show.
Forza Joe Burns. There is that very Italian Joe Burns.
All this shows is how life sucks for us as Ferrari fans. Italy can get a tennis Grand Slam winner, a cricket World Cup qualifier, and we still can't get a Ferrari championship.
I'm going to go out on a limb that I think Ferrari will probably win a world championship, a drivers' championship, not constructors, at the same time as Arsenal win a Champions League.
Okay, here's the better bet. Can Italy win a cricket World Cup before Ferrari win a championship again?
Slim odds.
But
that's
honestly,
a little bit out of the realms of possibility.
This is generally one of the. This is probably the story of the year when it comes to cricket. Honestly, Italy of all teams qualifying for the World Cup.
Yeah, in other news, I mean, as wild as that is, in other news, the BCCI have decided that, Jay Shah, BCCI called up Jay Shah, ICC, and told him that we should get the Champions League back. So from next year, the Champions League is back.
Oh, fun. Is there
Not
going to
that
be an Italian
anybody
team in the
cares, but
Champions League?
not
We
that
need an Italian
anybody
team in the
cares.
Champions League.
Uh, I mean, technically, it is Milan Cricket and Football. Sorry, Genoa Cricket and Football Club.
Actually, I think even Milan used to be a cricket club
Milan
along
used
with
to be a
football.
cricket club as well, so there seems to be some sort of long history about cricket in.
All right. Let's get Andrea Pirlo playing cricket.
We just need to give Joe Burns a Italian name.
He kind of he if you if you squint really hard, you can convince yourself he looks like Andrea Pirlo also.
He looks more like Mario than he looks like Andrea Pirlo. Anyway, rolling on.
On that
Anyway,
note,
on that note, let's get into the main segment of the evening. It's India versus England. We got two tests to cover.
yeah. First one was the one everyone was, India coming off a loss, no Bumrah, and the way they lost that first test, everyone was kind of fearing the worst for the rest of the series. And then they come out and win in Edgbaston. They'd never won in Edgbaston before, and pretty comprehensively as well. Shubman Gill just rewriting record books, double century and a century in the same test match. He came into this test series with an average below 35 or at 35, and he's now, thanks to his first two tests, above 40. Just goes to show how well he performed in those two tests.
I mean, he was incredible. It's the second highest match aggregate in the history of Test cricket by any one single player. Only surpassed by Graham Gooch. He's also the first person to make 250 and 150 in the same game.
Yeah. Like I said, rewriting record books.
Yeah, that was I mean, he was nigh on invincible in that first inning, over both those innings. I mean, I think he really only got out because he was tired.
In the first innings.
In the first innings.
Otherwise, maybe he could have gone for Brian Lara's record.
It was a very strange game because I think India had to suck enough time out of it to make England can chase pretty much anything on flat wickets, but you had to draw enough time out of the game towards the end of it to make sure that England didn't have enough time in it to chase it down, basically.
To think about chasing, yeah. And so there was a lot of that talk on day 4 of Gill delaying the declaration and all of that. But I think there was one aspect of maybe seeing if you dangle a carrot and England will get themselves out. But here's the thing with England is that they will get themselves out anyway, even when there's no carrot dangled.
I mean,
which is why, for example, you get Jamie Smith, who played a great innings in the first inning, but in the second innings then goes 6-4-4 or 6-6-4, whatever, and then gets out.
Akash Deep was the surprise. I mean, I was amazed that he didn't play the first game, and then the way he basically made them meet their shaker maker in that second inning, in that second game. 10 in the game. Siraj also picked up a sixer in the first inning. Those two were fantastic. India basically outbowled England with the new ball on a wicket that was, as Ben Stokes then had a moan about, was more. I mean, what's new? Ben Stokes having a moan.
Yeah, exactly. He called it subcontinental.
It didn't turn a fucking inch, so I don't know how it was subcontinental.
Exactly.
But sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah.
But the stat that came out of that was that Mohammed Siraj somehow bowls significantly better when he's playing without Bumrah. And Bumrah obviously was rested for this test match. Going into that, before Edgbaston, his record since they've started playing together, his record without Bumrah is 33 wickets at 27, and his record with Bumrah playing next to Bumrah is 69 wickets at 33. So the significant, all borderline Jekyll and Hyde stuff.
So basically, when he is the lead guitarist, he does better than when he's got Liam around. That count as an Oasis reference? I guess.
That's a deep cut.
That's a very deep cut. Anyway, what, deeper than acquiesce?
Oh man, listen, like only the hardest of hardcore Oasis fans are gonna remember Acquiesce.
Oh, everybody remembers Acquiesce. Anyway,
Hmm.
um,
Okay,
we're having too much fun with this. I am going to put a little counter in the corner so you all know how many references we've hit.
okay, have fun with that.
Yeah. Um, anyway, y'all are watching this, and this episode is probably going to come out after the second game, after the fucking Old Trafford test starts of
We
all the things.
we have time to get this in before Old Trafford. We have to turn this around within a day. Let's see if we can do
Let's see. I mean, I'm sure I can do it. I don't know about you. Um,
it.
anyway, slight delays aside, so that was the second game of the series. We then went to Lords, which I promise you produced for the first 4 days, for the first 3 days, produced. I mean, I swear to God, that wicket was so slow. A snail crawling was faster.
Yeah, it was, and I'm actually kind of shocked at some of the batting in that, especially in the India innings. I mean, for the series that Gill had to to fail in both innings at Lords was surprising. Obviously, the big talking point is the Rishabh Pant run out, which probably turned the game. India could have been looking at like a lead of 50 or 100 had
Whose
Pant and Rahul kept
fault
batting.
was that? I mean, I'm happy for him to get hundreds and all, but the wank pheasant didn't get a run more.
KL Rahul literally got 100, got out after getting 100, having also contributed to Pant's run out by saying that I want to get to my 100 before lunch, which he didn't do, and Pant ran him out trying to get him back on strike. In fairness, Shoaib Bashir pulled an absolute trash ball that deserved to go to the boundary, and instead Rahul could only get hit it for a single. And Pant Pant even told him, "Shit, that was the ball." So he decided, "Okay, I have to get you back on strike now."
Yeah. I mean, this whole thing of going for milestones and then getting run out. I mean, it's just
Yeah, I
it's got
mean,
into a point where barbecues are
and
happening.
let's just, I mean, the day before, Joe Root, was it the day before? Maybe day one, sorry. Joe Root was literally 99 not out overnight and like, but did not do anything stupid in the last couple of overs of that last day to try to get to 100. He's just, rolled with the punches.
Yeah,
As it so
he got
happened,
through it.
as it so happens, he also got out for 101. So it's not like it made a huge difference. But like, there was, they didn't lose wickets just trying to manufacture his milestone.
True. They didn't lose wickets trying to manufacture the match. So the good thing was the Indians wrapped up that innings pretty quickly afterwards. But having said that, they allowed England by basically yelling at the umpire, getting the ball changed, all of that. I mean, the Duke's ball should not even be a topic of discussion. But it's like the center of controversy at this point. Why? Because it's a Guju owned business and they refuse to spend money on it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Sorry, that was apologies. I'm currently dating a
No, no,
Gujarati.
no.
I should not be saying this. Um,
I think you should. I think that's all the more reason for you should be to be saying this.
anyway, but yeah, it went soft. They had a moan about it when it was bloody hooping around corners. They got it changed. The next one did nothing. Then they had
Yeah, there
another
was
moan about it. It was just they let England get off the hook from what 270 odd
we
for seven
on
to get
this.
to 387.
Yeah, 100%. Second morning, I think that ball change nonsense when they were doing well. It was only a 12 overall ball, and they'd taken wickets. Um, yeah, I think they gave away at least 50 runs too many. And then of course the first innings batting, the fact that they finished 387 level, when they probably should have gotten to 450 if maybe 500 is stretching it, but yeah, the way Pant and Rahul were batting, I mean, nothing was getting them out apart from themselves.
So then the fourth day, suddenly this game explodes into life. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened then. All of a sudden, the ball starts to misbehave. The ball's going up through the pitch. Washington Sundar is a threat on both inside and outside edge. He anyways was getting more drift than everybody. Um, and and all of a sudden, this game comes alive. There's, I think, 7 out of the 10 England wickets were bowled.
In the first innings or in the second innings? I
No,
think
in
it
the
was in the
second
first
innings.
inning. Ah, um, yeah. Washington Sundar finally. I don't think I've seen him bowl that well before. He's obviously a really useful cricketer, but I think this is the best I've seen him bowl.
Yeah, probably. We all know, I mean, we know he's a good cricketer. He just needs to be given a bit more of a platform, especially in Test cricket, I feel, to really show what he's worth. Um, so all of that happened, and then you think India are chasing this sort of very gettable total, and then they they literally have
There's a
like
bit of mad.
like no, like I promise you, the word is gas panic. Nothing describes it better. Gas panic.
Yeah. Um, that madness on the last half hour or so of the fourth day. Firstly, I don't know what Jaiswal was doing in this test match. Like he in the first inning played like got 13 runs off the first seven balls he faced. Three absolute pristine boundaries, and then just threw it away. Same thing in the second innings. Both times the Archer, both times to lose shots, and obviously Archer's pace kind of. You know, by the way, that is another talking point from this test match. Jofra
We
Archer
will
being
get to
back
Archer in a
after five.
second. Yeah.
Yeah. After 5 years, and just I mean bowling absolutely lethal stuff.
Oh, class
90
fast bowler,
miles an
man.
hour.
He's a
I
class
think
fast
he
bowler.
average. Yeah,
Eh,
I think
eh,
his average speed was 89, which is scary.
but it's not even about the speed. If you see a class fast bowler, you just know like they're threatening, like whatever conditions. You look through the list: Rabada, Bumrah, the three Australians, even someone like Shamar Joseph or the other bloke from the West Indies, Jaden Seals, like, class fast bowlers,
Jaden
threatening
Seals.
fast bowlers.
Yeah,
You know, people like that, and you're looking at it and going, "Yo, these guys can get me out at any moment." Jafra Archer, same thing. Can get you out at any moment. Forget speed and all the natural gifts they're blessed with. It's control, it's pace, it's movement, it's aggression. It's all of that wrapped into one, and it makes them so difficult. It's a pack of class fast bowlers. They don't
yeah,
have
and
spells, or they're just in general that good. On
I
their
think
worst day, they'll do that to you.
no, 100%. I also think Archer is probably the fastest of the ones you mentioned. Like the one who consistently hits high pace. Um, with along with all the other attributes that go into being a world-class fast bowler.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The the moment it sealed it for me was the way he got Pant out in the second inning. Because
oh
Pant
yeah,
had charged him and
yeah,
hit him down the ground for four. And then he just stuck to it. He said, "Now I'm nipping this away." Got one to go, literally go up the slope. And then bowled him clean.
yeah. That I think was probably the ball of the test match. Um, especially because Pant was struggling with his finger injury, but it hadn't really sort of settled down at the pitch. But then had, as you said, charged down, hit that four, and then two balls later he was out. Absolutely stunning ball.
Yeah. And it all came, and I think that was the fifth morning. And you thought if India got off to one and Pant got a few runs, it was a matter
Yeah,
of one partnership,
it was
really.
one partnership. It was again Pant and Rahul at the crease at that time, which they had already batted together in the first innings. Um, but batted together for a big partnership. I mean, but that Archer spell on the fifth morning was superb.
So India had two collapses, one on the fourth evening and then one on the fifth morning, which led them to be what, 82 for 7 at one point?
Yeah,
And
and then Ravindra Jadeja said he refuses to fade away. Marshal the tail with Bumrah. And for all we say great things about Bumrah as a bowler, and you can't really expect him to do much as a batter, but that shot was also kind of a turning point. The way he got out to.
there's an award for that shot. We will come to it later on. But it was bright sunshine for all 5 days of that game. Um, only on the last day did the doom and gloom start to reappear for India. Um, so I mean, so they're 82 for 7, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, Sir Ravi Jadeja is just like, "I'm not going away anywhere. He won't fade away." Um, and then suddenly, Jasprit Bumrah and Siraj give him some company. Bumrah has a moment. Um,
Yeah.
and then you're thinking, are we going to win? Maybe. Definitely, maybe. Um, definitely, maybe. Uh, and then Laila comes in, fucking Shoaib Bashir with a broken finger, um, and has his like morning glory kind of moment. That's
Of
a lot
all
in
the
one
ways
line.
to get down, that was a lot in one line. That
Yeah.
that was that. I don't think Liam and Noel could fit in that many ways references in 1 second.
I don't think anybody can fit in that many words references in one line. Um,
Um,
but
the
yeah,
way that the way for like Siraj had batted very well to keep out. He faced a few balls from Archer, and survived. And he also played like a pretty much perfect textbook forward defense to this defense shot to this mm, Bashir ball, and somehow it just rolls back. For all the talk about how soft the balls have gotten, it wasn't soft enough to not knock off the nail.
the ball did not know the importance of being idle. It had its own master plan.
um,
It wanted to talk
and anyway,
tonight. I wasn't
no
done.
one else was getting it. That one wasn't that good. No one else was being able to get it to talk. But somehow the
Yeah.
Lord Slope and Shubman Bashir, who basically had been off the field for most of that day because he had broken his finger. Um, he is actually out of the series because of that injury. But because it was on his non-bowling hand, he could at least still
He could bowl.
bowl a few.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
That's how Pant could bat as well, because even that was on. It's a external injury basically. So Pant
yeah,
could bat, and Jarrell was keeping throughout the game for India.
yeah. Both are external injuries, so they could back. But I said more to the fact that this didn't affect his bowling. Not too much. I mean, it also Shoaib Bashir sucks. So then it's like, how much worse can he get with
Yeah, that's what I.
half a
That's why I
finger?
called him fucking Laila. Bhinchut.
We see that. Shoaib Bashir has largely been pretty trash in this series, but he did both he got the wicket that ended this game. So
Yeah, very hard not to look back in anger at that one. Um,
hey, listen, we
but
can't repeat reference. Come on.
we've already repeated them some 10,000 times by this point. I'm just rolling with it. Um,
Okay, that's probably the fourth or fifth time you said rule with. I'm just saying.
yeah, to be fair, that was only there was only one that was an actual reference before this. The rest was me talking shit.
Oh, you,
Um,
you just naturally said rule with it. Okay.
yeah, I just naturally said it with it. Anyway, um, but yeah, I mean, to get from 82 for 7 to within 22 of it, and then have that was like the world's biggest fucking anticlimax.
I know that, and also Nitish Kumar Reddy getting out on the stroke of lunch when that partnership probably could, had they batted together, they probably could have won this game. I think Jadeja batted really well, obviously, no, like to get to his 60 and get us that close to the win. But I think the one weakness that was shown up in his batting is that he's just not great at manufacturing boundaries, and it's also hard when like you have nine fielders on the boundary while you're batting. But
I don't think
yeah,
I
the
don't
fact.
I don't think Jadeja played it wrong at all. I thought he
I don't
did.
know. I'm not sure. I don't think he played it wrong because he played the way he could. And had he tried manufacturing a shot, he probably would have not gotten that close because
Yeah,
that's just not his
exactly.
game. And I think, yeah, because the thing is, everyone will make the natural comparison to Ben Stokes, and obviously that the 150 at Headingley 6 years ago, and he played some wild shots. Even last Ashes home series at Lords, he was playing some wild shots. But that's just not how Jadeja plays, and he's not capable of that in Test cricket in terms of shot making. But the fact is, he can still weather the pressure and marshal a chase. He was doing to think of what he's had in England in the last year. Obviously, that 2019 World Cup semi-final game where he nearly brought us home with an absolutely stunning innings, and then this one, and both times to fall just short.
It was heartbreak. We could all stop crying our hearts out, but anyway. Um, yeah, I mean, look, that's a tough pill to swallow, and for the most part, we're 3 games in now. I think India have dominated most of the series without actually going ahead at any point.
Yeah, exactly. I think I agree. I think in India have just largely outperformed England, and I think it's just been moments that England have been able to seize the moments. Whether it was it was two collapses in the in the first test. It was the way they bowled on the fourth evening and fifth morning. Um, yeah, just when the moment has been there, England has stepped up.
I mean, I thought last year, sorry, not last year, but when they had the home matches against Australia, I thought Bazball would have come a cropper then. It didn't, to be fair to them. They had the better of the series, and I mean,
They didn't win.
they
They didn't
they
win.
didn't win. No, sorry, they did win. They won the moral ashes.
They
Um,
won the morals.
but they they had the better of it. I'm not saying they would have won that third game, and the one that got surprise, surprise, Manchester rain. It washed it all out. But it, they had the better of it. I thought in this series it would have been, especially after the first game, where I thought they sort of adapted Bazball to be a bit more test cricket like, and even in the first
Especially,
innings of Lords, that was the other time that
especially at
England have
Lords.
really adapted it. And
Yeah,
they're a
I
better
mean, they
side
just,
for it. But here's the thing:
correct.
I think the way they played in that second game that exposed the limitations of it, and the limitations of their side rather than anything else.
Yeah, because I think you have a few batters who, if they aren't bashing and scoring runs, you're kind of wondering like what they're doing in the side, right?
I
You've
mean,
got
both Zach
Zach
Crawley and
Crawley.
Ollie Pope are walking wickets at this point.
Exactly. Exactly. Zach Crawley and Ollie Pope. Ollie Pope even got a century in what is it, in the first test match, but after that has done pretty much nothing. And yeah, just he's been walked over by all of India's bowlers. Even Harry
Including
Brook,
Prasidh Krishna.
including Jasid Krishna. Even Harry Brook, who is capable of some amazing hitting, but he's got that Shubman Gill like weakness to the incoming ball, which Gill has worked on a lot. But here, they sort of pulled up all his dismissals, or his last three dismissals, they're identical. There's that where he just got hit on the pads in the second inning at Edgbaston. He got bowled up the slope at by Bumrah here after getting his after scoring runs. He's he is a I hate using this label, but he so far strikes me as a flat pitch basher. And I like when you get bowlers who have worked out plans and have the quality, I don't think he stands the test.
He had so in the second innings, Brook was a strange one because he got done in by a very clever bit of captaincy. So Akash Deep was bowling at him, and they were bowling at the stumps into this weakness of his, which you're saying is the incoming ball. Now, most batsmen have a little bit of a weakness to it. Gill's worked on it, albeit, and scored lots of runs in the series because of that, and work on it. But Harry Brook has this big sort of, out there kind of backswing. They bowled two, so he blocked a couple. And then he realized that Akash Deep is bowling full at the pads. So he ramped him twice, got four each time. Gill moved the bloke at deep backward square leg all the way around to that really fine kind of fine leg, almost like a backstop kind of position, right? For
Yeah.
that scoop over the keeper. He then bashed one down the ground. It went for six. That was the last ball of the over. Bumrah or Siraj were bowling from the other end. The next over was a maiden. So Brooks back on strike for this. Gill kept the same field. So he's kept that bloke backstop there. Mid-off still up in the circle. So he has the option of going down the ground if he can. Right? He didn't want to risk it. Keeper's up to the stumps. He tries to sweep Akash Deep through the big gap at square leg and he gets bowled.
Exactly.
This is very clever piece of captaincy. It was not a way that I would have imagined him getting out.
Yeah, but this was a real master plan, and I think
proper master plan.
But it's also like it is a master plan. It's great captaincy, but it's also Harry Brook, contributing to his own downfall, right? You don't have to play a sweep shot to a fast bowler. You can find some other way to get runs, and it doesn't always have to be a boundary. Like these are the things where you're like, just, your batting style doesn't necessarily always have to be the shock of the lightning and just bashing everyone everywhere for every ball. But yeah, this is what I'm saying, that he can be worked out pretty easily.
No, absolutely. I think there's a way, and he's also a little bit vulnerable to the short ball. So you have that in your armory as well. And bear in mind now, Old Trafford and the Oval are probably the two quickest pitches in the country.
Should be fun. We don't have Boom. Oh, we will have Boomer actually for
We
Old
will
Trafford.
have Bumrah for Old Trafford for sure. By all accounts, the rain's back in Manchester after about 3 weeks of sunshine. Um,
Does the rain ever
so
really go away in Manchester? I feel like it
apparently
just
it did.
goes
Like I
on.
said, 3 weeks of sunshine. Um, and yeah, it's gonna be fucking biblical, man. Um, but yeah,
Anyway,
anyway, it'll be a fun test match. I don't really know what to expect. Nitish Reddy is injured. He's out. Akash Deep is
he's
injured.
out for the
He's
series.
most likely
Uh,
out.
yeah. Arshdeep, who would have probably come in for Akashdeep, is also out. Anshul Kamboj has been picked up, uh, brought into the squad. He's coming off a really good season actually. Um, it's quite, I guess it's between him and going back to Prasidh Krishna for Akashdeep spot.
I think they probably will go
Um,
back to Prasidh Krishna. The other thing is, if it's a flat wicket and it's dry, Old Trafford tends to have this thing where it does become a bit dry. Um, so Kuldeep will come into the side probably, which could be interesting.
well, that's the question. Does Kuldeep come into the side, or does Jurel play as a batter? In which case, or sorry, Jurel play as a keeper, Pant play as a batter. In which case, there's not really space for Kuldeep. Um,
The problem is
Possibly
neither
Sai
Jurel.
Sudarshan comes back in.
Look, for me, Karun Nair should never have played. I think it should have always been Sai Sudarshan. Now, having seen Karun Nair over 3 games, we've given him 3 games. He's not done anything on two very flat pitches. And then after that abominable shot at Lords, or non-shot at
Non
Lords
short.
in the second innings,
Yeah.
I think he's done. Like it's something we've known about Karun Nair. Funnily enough, that
Sure.
the first innings at
So that
Lords was
first
his.
inning that Lord. Are you going to say the stat that I
Yeah,
found
I
for
was
you?
gonna say that the 40 in the first innings at Lords was his highest score since the 300.
It's the first time. Only the second time he's crossed 40, and the first time he did it, he got to 300.
Incredible. That's an
Pant,
incredible statistic.
Pant might be able to keep actually, which kind of makes you wonder whether Jurel plays at all. In which case, with Reddy out, and Reddy actually, as a batter, hasn't done much this series. In the 2 games that he played, but I think he has popped up with some wickets at some crucial times.
Yeah.
Um,
He played that fourth seamer role that was supposed to be Shardul,
especially
but
Yeah, and especially at Lords, where the openers the England openers sort of held off the initial burst, and then Nitish Kumar Reddy came in and got the wickets. Um, he's not coming in and getting 4 or 5, but he's just getting wickets at the right time.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for India. I don't know. Like it's got to that point where you just want the game to start when before like half the team gets injured, like what happened at the Gabba. But then who knows? We might win in that
Seriously,
situation.
yeah, this little injury bug with Reddy, with Arshdeep, with potentially Akash Deep also. Obviously, Pant with the injury at Lords, so he might be able to play and as a keeper. That's the one saving grace is that he might have been recovered in time. And then the other one is obviously Bumrah with the gap, given that he was only supposed to play 3 tests this series, they're making this one his third test.
Look, after watching Ben Stokes and Jofra Archer bowl on that last day, you can't keep Bumrah out of the side. It's impossible. You got to give him the ball and be like, just fucking go for it. If he's injured, so be it.
Here's the interesting thing. I was trying to figure out when I could pull this stat up, but since his test debut, uh, India have been significantly more successful when Bumrah hasn't played. So with in the matches since he's debuted in 2018, in 46 matches with him, they have 20 wins and 22 losses. Um, Without him, they have in 27 matches, they have 19 wins and 5 losses. And I think the the obvious caveat is that he gets rested a lot in India, where we've had 2 legendary spinners operating on spin-friendly pitches, and you kind of don't need Bumrah to win in those. And so he plays more of his games away from home.
Basically, the point India are trying to make is they don't need to stand on the shoulder of giants. Um,
But yeah, even in the series though, the one test they won was without Bumrah. The two tests they've lost, Bumrah
Win
played.
with
Uh,
that's bizarre though. Like, I mean, he's the
it's
best.
completely random because
He's the best
and
fucking
it's
bowler in the
yeah,
world.
they're 100% not a better side without him. I do not want another 20 overs of Prasidh Krishna, but uh, somehow
I
we, with the last time we did
somehow.
that, we won.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I really don't know which way the series is going to go because it's just been surprise after surprise after surprise. England chasing
Yeah,
370 in the first game wasn't a surprise simply because of how bad India were on that final day, right?
yeah.
I said that they were probably never going to be that bad again. They were not going to be as bad as that first game again, right? They weren't in the second game. They were a hell of a lot better, right? Then then you were like, oh no, Bumrah, flat pitch, da da da. India should lose. No, then they go and win. What? Okay. Gill produces an epic and they win. Third game, classical test cricket, will not suit baseball, arguments, Zach Crawley being finger pointed at, and the whole team has a go at him, slow over it, proper old school test match cricket, India lose. What? So at this point, I'm going to call it and say it's 3-2. I don't know who's going to win, but I'm going to say it's going to end up 3-2.
I think 3-2 is a disappointment. The last time we recorded, we both said 3-1 to England. But yeah, I think the way India have played, they are definitely capable of winning at least one of the next two test matches.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is, there is the other spanner in the works is the fucking Manchester rain. So anything can happen. My vote is it ends 3-2. I don't know who's going to win. It ends 3-2. Think the rain
Here's
stays
the
away.
question. Here's the question. Do India have India had this great master plan of keeping Shoaib Bashir in the side by giving him timely wickets. Now that he's gotten himself injured and Liam Dawson comes in, and it was like the complete opposite of Shoaib Bashir in terms of like he's not a traits and physical attributes bowler. He's got a decent county record, all of that. Are India going to try ending him also or not?
They won't, because from what I remember of Liam Dawson, the first time we saw it, bear in mind the first time we saw two players from this team. Well, it's so funny that this entire series has become a proper callback to that 2016 series in India. Because there are three people that were central to that series that are back in this. Ben Duckett, number one, right? Karun Nair, number two, back after God knows how many years. And now Liam Dawson will be the third one.
I totally forgot Ben Duckett played in that. Like, I
Yeah,
completely forgot. Yeah.
it's that long ago. And here's the funny bit. Keaton Jennings has made his debut in that series. Jayant Yadav,
Disappeared.
remember, scored 100,
Of course, remember that.
disappeared.
I was at that game.
Um,
We were both
and,
at the
and
game, I think.
I don't think Liam Dawson's played a test after that series. He's definitely going to play at Old Trafford, which is going to be very interesting to see. But
The
yeah, I
last
mean,
Wait, so the last time Liam Dawson played a test, Karan Nair scored 300?
maybe, yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah, so that should be
Let's
fun.
all make believe that he can do it again.
No, I've been sold this life for 3 games. I don't want another one. No, Sudarshan's got to come back for India. England are pretty sorted that way. They don't really have to do too much. The only question is whether Archer plays another game again.
I think he's ready to play. He seems like, and I think especially
Yeah,
with the
I
gap
think with
between
the
tests,
gap
I
he'll
think
play. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I think that's it that we have on this test series now.
yeah. I did tell you over WhatsApp, and so I need to get this one out. But I think, you know what? Maybe we can just do this in our tweets if we want to pull up the best tweets at any point. But I did say that I would call Jasprit Bumrah a special name if he got a fifer, and he did.
I don't remember what you called. What were you going to call him?
This is I can't take
Oh God, yes, now I remembered.
I can't take credit for this. This is totally inspired by Twitter. But Bumrao Jan, I think, is one of the best
Bumrao
nicknames I've
Jan. Oh
seen.
my God, that's such a geniusly bad nickname. Uh, anyway, yeah. So anyway, confused the hell out of me. But on that confusing note, um, we will now swing into my favorite segment of the evening. It's a very subdued one, but it's the No Balls Cricket Awards. Take it away.
It should be that subdued because we've had an absolute all-time glorious
We
moment.
haven't abs. I was underselling it. No, you should see
Yeah.
there's a
Okay.
value in these things, huh?
Okay. Okay. You're dating a good Jew. You're understanding all this
Huh, underselling things. Okay. My
now.
business sense is improving apparently. Um, anyway, where do we
I
start? Do
really,
we
I really
start?
hope, I really hope she watches this episode.
Okay, question for you. Where do we start? Do we start with the Shannon Gabriel Award for why did he do that? Do we start with the No Balls Cricket Award? Um,
The literal no balls award.
or the literal No Balls? Well, do we even have a like a No Balls Cricket Award this week? Don't think we do.
I don't think so. No, but we do have a no
We
balls
do have a
award.
No Balls Award, literally.
Exactly.
Let's start there. Okay, the No Balls Award this week goes to Ben Stokes for looking like this.
And yelling and also yelling in the dick.
Oh, right in the dick. And then Nasir Hussain saying there's no balls left because it was the last ball of the over.
Outstanding. That's the thing. And like, please splice that one in because that bit of
Man,
commentary is legendary.
I will
It is an
patch that in.
all-time
That is
golden
an
piece of.
absolute all-timer. Absolute all-timer. Siraj bowling, Ben Stokes gets walloped in the gully
In the dick,
woolies.
he said it. In
In
the
the
dick,
dick.
he
He
said it
says it
himself.
himself. Oh, right in the
Yeah.
dick. It was just brilliant. Theater all over the place. Oh my God. And it was such a tense moment as well at that point because, England were like fighting, barely scraping to get a total for India to chase. But yeah, that. And then as someone on Cricket Force said, the Shannon Gabriel Award for why did he do that goes to our only ever lifetime award achievement winner as an active cricketer, Jasprit Bumrah. Bumrah Jan.
He had played so well. To, and to be fair, he had a few wafts at the hook and pull shot when they first started the short ball attack to him. And then he shelved it. He's like, okay, no, I'm not playing this properly. I keep missing it. I am a number 10 batsman. Let me not do something stupid while we have a win in our sights. And then Stokes finally bowls a bad-ish short ball, but it was just wide outside off and was not there to pull. And of course, just Bumrah pulled it straight to the back of the fielder.
Anyway, that pretty much concludes the awards. But there is one good piece of news. That award is going to become a permanent feature now. Every week we are going to have a Shannon Gabriel Award for why did he do that?
Even if there's no moment.
We'll see. It depends. It depends. Also, the Nobel Cricket Award for shithousery this week goes to Zach Crawley.
That was super fun.
Man,
Shubman
that
Gill,
whole end of
Zach
day,
Craw-
like,
end of day three, Zach Crawley trying to make sure that they only get one over in, succeeding. The amount of ways he time wasted in one over was fantastic. Everyone going up to him later. I will, and then of course at the end of it, KL Rahul said that I would have done the same thing if I had been batting, and so let there be love.
that could be love. Oh, on that very
And
happy
on
note.
that note, with the
Oh,
final Oasis reference of the night,
on that very happy note, it is time to end. Um, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, say sunshine. And definitely maybe watch this episode. And yeah, have a good one. This episode has been biblical.
We won't let you down.
We will not let you down. So stop crying your heart out.
I think we need
We'll
to
stop.
end this.
I think
I
we
think we
stop
need
there.
to call.